So I want to explain to you why you don't have to feel guilty about having thoughts, any thoughts, the darkest thought, the most violent thought, the most sexual thought, the most seemingly inappropriate thought that just pops up at the most inappropriate moment towards the most inappropriate person or experience. You don't have to feel guilty about having thoughts. I remember this completely, I mean, literally like blew my mind many years ago when I first realized it. And meditation was so helpful in this regard, that thoughts are not personal. Thoughts just appear. You can't control your thoughts. Meditation shows you this. You can't control your thoughts. You can't even know your next thought. You see, right now, some random thought probably popped into your head as a voice, an image, a memory, like a mental commentary. What's this guy talking about? Or this guy, Jeff Foster, blah, 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 blah. But you can't control those thoughts. You didn't generate those thoughts. You didn't make those thoughts. You know, I used to really believe that I was the one who generated thoughts. And so every time I would have like a negative thought or a dark thought or a violent thought, a judgment would come up. I always used to believe there was something wrong with me. Well, why is that thought there? Because I must have created it. I must have generated it. Therefore, if it's a bad thought, I must be a bad person. But meditation, many years of meditation have shown me that's just not true. Thoughts are not personal. They just appear in the space of your awareness. One of the common metaphors that's used is the metaphor of the movie screen, and this metaphor has been really helpful for me. Your awareness is very much like a movie screen. Imagine that you go to the cinema, you go to the movie theater, and you sit there and you're watching a movie, and it could be a comedy, it could be a drama, it could be a sci-fi movie. That movie could be set in the past. That movie could be set in the future. It could be a horror movie. But you know, on the deepest level, that the movie screen itself is not affected by any movie that's projected onto it. So even the most violent movie or the scariest movie, the most extreme horror movie, imagine the most extreme horror movie playing on a cinema screen, you know that the screen itself, the movie screen itself, is not hurt, it's not damaged, it's not diminished, it's not affected by any of the images, the pictures, the movies that play out on the screen. The movies come and go, but the screen remains. It's just a wonderful metaphor for who you really are as presence awareness. You are the ground of experience. You are the one principle that never changes. Everything else changes. Thoughts come and go in your experience. Sensations come and go. Feelings come and go. The most profound grief moves through you. The most profound fear moves through you. The most profound anger, peace moves through you. But who you really are as presence awareness, just like that movie screen, is not affected. You're not damaged. Even by the darkest thought. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't damage you. It doesn't hurt you. It's not a threat to who you really are as awareness. And once you really start to understand that, you start to lose the fear of your own mind. You start to lose the fear of having certain thoughts, dark thoughts, fantasies, seemingly inappropriate thoughts. You know that they're not personal. They just appear in your awareness, just like pictures on the movie screen. And that those pictures are allowed to be there. They can stay as long as they want. They can come and go. But what remains is the movie screen. What remains is you. So you allow all thoughts to come and go. This is what meditation teaches you. that you can allow all thoughts to come and go. You can just notice, oh wow, look, there's a positive thought. Oh, there's a negative thought. Oh wow, that's a really dark thought. Oh wow, that judgment just out of the blue. You know, I used to have so much guilt. I used to feel so much guilt about having judgments in my mind. You know, as a good boy spiritual seeker, I was taught that I shouldn't have judgments. But then what I noticed was that judgments were always appearing in my mind. And I would try and fight them, ignore them, meditate them away, numb them away. I was always fighting my own mind until one day I realized it's just like the movie screen trying to fight the movies. It doesn't work. Or it's like, to use another metaphor, it's like the ocean, the vastness of the ocean trying to fight the waves that appear. Thoughts, sensations, feelings are just like waves coming and going in the ocean that you are. You can't stop them. You can't get rid of them. You can't fight them. But once you remember who you really are, you don't want to anymore. And so these days, I just allow all thoughts to come and go. And it's not like I even allow them. It's just the way of things. The movie screen doesn't even allow the images to come and go. It's just the way it's built. We're just really just talking about the way you're built. So really understanding this, realizing this, can start to remove all of that guilt and shame that we feel around, you know, what's wrong with me? Why am I having this thought? What's wrong with me? Why am I having this dark thought? God, what's wrong with me? Why did I think that? Thoughts aren't personal. They're just allowed to come and go. And then the beauty of that is you don't have to fight them. You don't have to do anything with your thoughts. Years ago, in my guilt and shame and fear, I used to think it's like, oh shit, I have to get rid of this thought. How do I get rid of these thoughts? And of course, the more you try and get rid of thoughts, the more they stick. The more you try and fight thoughts, the more powerless you become. The more power thoughts have over you. It's just like the movie screen. If it's just like the movie screen trying to get rid of the movies, it can't. It's powerless. That's not your power. Your power lies in remembering who you really are. Oh my goodness, I am vast. I am the screen itself. These thoughts, these sensations, these feelings also applies to sensations and feelings. They can just come, they can stay for a while, they can pass. But as the screen or as the ocean, you know, pick your metaphor, it's okay. It's okay. So these days, you know, any kind of thought is just allowed to appear in my awareness, from the most spiritual, the most unspiritual, the sacred to the profane, light thoughts, dark thoughts, and everything in between. It's not my job to control the mind. It's not my job to escape the mind or transcend the mind or silence the mind, any of those ideas. Just more mind, by the way. These thoughts they're not personal. You can't control them. They just appear. They're like raindrops falling. They're like flowers growing. You know, it's not your job to stamp them out. It's like trying to stop the rain falling. So, yeah, this just brings so much relaxation and relief, and knowing on the deepest level that there is nothing wrong with you. Oh yeah, that thought just appeared. There's nothing wrong with me. You know, that dark thought, that scary thought, that violent thought, that sexual thought. Nothing wrong with you. It's not a sin. They're just thoughts. They are just thoughts. They are allowed to come and go. They are just thoughts. Any thought that any human being has ever had can arise in your awareness. They can come, they can go, and you remain as the loving, welcoming space for all of it. all of it. So then it's just a question of like, just it's like watching movies. What's my thought? What's my mind do? Oh, it's a comedy movie. Oh, it's a drama. Oh, it's a horror movie. That's a problem if you're trying to control the movies. But it's not a problem when you remember that you are the screen. Call it consciousness, call it presence, call it awareness, call it who you really are. Call it pure subjectivity. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what you call it. Anything you call it is just another appearance on the screen anyway. So it's really the absolute mystery of being, whatever is speaking these words now, whatever is listening to these words now, it's that same consciousness. Anyway, I could ramble on. Could do a whole movie called do a movie about the movie screen. Yeah. I hope this has been helpful for some of you. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, and lots of love to you all. Thank you.